Hello and welcome to another edition of Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman, and I'm joined by my usual cohort, Uncle Joe McLaughlin. Well, Uncle Joe, we have another great show for you tonight, so let's get it started. We start with the Boston Red Sox. It's trading deadline time, Joe.
Well, there's should be a lot of sellers out there that have things we want. Texas, Kansas City, the Cubbies are having a fire sale, so
Yeah, you know how certain GMs are friendly with other GMs, and they tend to trade. Uh, Dombrowski loved the Padres, and he made a lot of
yeah,
deals with them. Looks like Heim Bloom, just in his early history, likes the Royals. If we could get Carlos Santana to play first base, he's a switch hitter, and we
yeah.
could drag get Merrifield at second base. Wow, that would improve the team dramatically. Is that what really it's the right side of the infield that we have to concentrate on first?
Well,
Right?
Santana's, yeah, the right side, getting rid of Dahlbeck. A regular second baseman would help Xander, help the infield defense.
Yeah, great point.
A lot of other intangibles would help. Um, but Santana would be great. He's a switch hitter, like you just said. He's a good hitter too, and he's
And
been
he hits
around the
good
block.
pitches. He hits good
Yeah,
pitches, though. And when you're going to get in the playoffs, you're going to see, if you get to the World Series, you're going to see three teams with good pitching.
and he's got playoff experience. So he's been there, done that. That's a big plus too. You on the Joey Gallo bandwagon a couple of years ago? He might be available down in Texas.
Yeah, Joey Gallo. Yeah. He's kind of an all or nothing guy, but he plays first base. And
Walks a lot too, though. He strikes out a lot, but he walks a lot. He either walks, strike out, a home run. Nothing else happens.
yeah, when we see, I always think about the 2013 World Series in ALCS when like guys like Napoli hitting home runs and that winning the game 2-1. I like guys who can hit home runs during the playoffs because these are obviously lower scoring games. Home runs win it. So yeah, I take Gallo. I take anyone, a cardboard box over Dahlbeck. He's difficult to watch.
Yeah. He can't play the field either. Just keep saying, oh, but he adds a lot defensively. Geez, to my eyes, he doesn't. He doesn't seem to have a lot of range. He doesn't stretch with the ball real good.
Well, Joe,
Possibly got off the base.
left on the ball in Yankee Stadium. He just didn't catch it. And everyone thought that, quickly in the highlights that Devers must have made a bad throw. It was a perfect throw. He just blew it, didn't catch it. Dahlbeck he's another 4A guy. I know he played fairly well in the COVID season last year, but he's a 4A guy.
But the one thing is, Scotty, we got nothing to give up. No one's going to want Dahlbeck.
No, they're going to have to give minor leaguers up.
Yeah, well, the guys we brought up so far as our best prospects really haven't shown much. Michael Chavis, Dahlbeck, these guys aren't showing a lot. The guys that you would consider expendable, they haven't shown a lot. Other teams aren't going to be interested in these guys.
No, it's going to be the prospects, and but the guys we've talked about, other than Merrifield, you won't have to pay much, Joe.
All depends. Is Santana a rental? I think he might even have another year. That makes him more expensive.
No, but he's got a big deal. Actually, Corbin, if you could put Joe's, I don't know if you have a chance to put Joe's mic up a little higher, or you have a chance to do. Can you put a little higher, Joe?
I think I'm at 100 right now, so I'll just have to speak up, I guess.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Look, Santana. The Royals don't want to pay a whole lot, so Santana's making like $10-12 million a year. They'd probably be happy. They're not going anywhere to dump his contract too. But you're not going to give up any top prospects for a Carlos Santana.
No, there's no future in Carlos Santana. He is for right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we had an exciting time. We love to see young prospects come up to Fenway Park. We've seen a lot of them, that's for sure. Um, Jared Duran, the kid looks like he can, like a player.
And Tanner Hook, we got a nice twofer this weekend. We got two good players who look like they came up and showed well. Um, Duran has been hitting consistently. Had a home run last night.
Yeah, look, he's played very well for, obviously this is a short sample. He's contributed. The kid's fast, Joe.
And he plays an important position in center field too. A much more important position than first base.
Absolutely. Look, uh, we lose 2 out of 3 of the Yankees, but Major League Baseball is absolutely disgraceful on the Saturday night. If ever a game was thrown, it was Saturday night.
I like the way Russ put it. That win was engineered by Major League Baseball. The game should have been called in the fifth inning. It was pouring, but because the Yankees fucked up the day before and all got COVID, they felt like they had to leave it on for national TV and give national TV, something to show. And that's why they didn't even put it, no rain delay or anything either,
Yeah.
because they want
And
it was because of the Thursday screw up. That's what it was all about.
Yeah, nice try, Major League Baseball. The Yankees suck no matter what you do. You can have the umpires in your pocket. It doesn't matter. That's a terrible team that's going nowhere. So I just thought it was pathetic. Look, it's a 162 game season. That stuff happens, Joe. A lot of stuff happens in 162 games, but that's just pathetic last ditch effort to make the Yankees to be viable.
How about that Vasquez at bat?
Oh,
They called strikes were way out of his zone. And then the check swing that they called a swing strike wasn't a check. He didn't swing either. You go, what the?
It's embarrassing.
3 strikes that weren't strikes.
Just because the bases were loaded.
Let's not score and run in that situation. Bases loaded? No. You're not scoring.
Look, the NBA will say, look, we're not the most corrupt of the 4 major sports. Watch the Red Sox Yankee game and watch that. So I texted you guys during the week. I said, what do we have in Christian Arroyo? And nobody answered me. And I think I have the answer.
Because no one knows.
I think the answer is this is a kid that he shows great potential, but he can't stay on the field.
Yeah, he's fragile, and he's like a fragile version of Verdugo.
Right. Yeah, but he's a nice player when he does play, but you're not making any moves in the deadline because you're thinking of Christian Arroyo.
Yeah, he's not going to be the Iron Man you depend on at second base. They need something more regular at second base, I think.
Yeah, it's funny. The Patriots collect special teams players, like they're going out of style, and the Red Sox, they like utility players. Gonzalez, Kiki, Christian Arroyo. I could just
cheap. That's why.
Yeah, right.
Rock Holt was cheap. They like cheap. Ryan Bloomwood he's waiting for his chance to spend some money.
Yeah.
He's going to go out and get himself a real blue chipper with the money he's saving this off season.
I think he wants. I'm not a huge Hunter Renfroe fan, and I still think that he wants to go get himself a stud left fielder.
Another key rotational piece.
Right, yeah. Jeez, I'll tell you something. Before we finish with the trading deadline talk, Max Scherzer. I wonder what you had.
Pie in the sky. It's never gonna happen. Never.
I don't know.
Don't even entertain those thoughts because you'll just be disappointed. Forget it.
Okay.
Forget it.
All right. If you don't give us Max Scherzer, then you have to give us John Lester.
No, forget that one too. Just to see it a whole round.
He had 6 shutout innings. I'm still holding out hope that
John Lester. They'll punt on him.
But John Lester, he looks very heavy now. You knew John was going to get big.
Doesn't he? He looks
Yeah,
like he ate Roger Clemens.
he really does. That's great. He does look like he ate Roger. I couldn't believe how big he got. But you knew,
Huge.
dude.
He looks like he could play starting left tackle for the Patriots now.
I know. Johnny can do no wrong by me. I love the guy. I still think at some point he's going to end his career with the Boston Red Sox, even if it's just for one day. I don't care. You know how much I love
Put
him.
the hat on and come back. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. We'd all love it.
But I will argue that losing John Lester was worse than losing Mookie Betts.
Well, that's because John Henry went to that symposium at MIT, and the big cornerstone speech was, "Don't sign starting pitchers over 30 to long-term deals." Remember, that was the big study. John Henry came back all fired up about that, and that was the way it was going to be. You weren't going to sign him.
All right, but Joe, who's a greater loss? And I know obviously Mookie Betts has, it's only been his second year. Mookie or John Lester? Who will end up being a greater loss?
Oh, we could have used Lester a lot more.
Yeah.
We've had enough offense over the last, say, dozen years. Pitching has been at a premium. Pitching is always a premium in baseball. It's 90% of baseball. It always will be.
So the answer is John Lester. Uncle Joe agrees with me. All right.
And lefties are more valuable than righties, too.
Yeah. So I went over the number of players in the Celtics during the season that don't belong in the NBA. The guys that do not belong in the Major League Baseball right now: Brandon Workman,
No,
Michael Chavis,
no.
Danny Santana,
Oh, for sure.
Matt Andres,
Yeah,
Bobby Dahlback.
yeah. These guys kids should all be at Worcester.
And Rios, this kid Rios. I don't even know.
But pinch runner. These guys got to spend more time at Worcester and less time in Boston. But until the roster has been improved and some deadwood taken off it, I guess it'll be that way.
Yeah, that's a great point. All right, before we finish the Red Sox, are you giving Darwinson any high leverage situations in the end of the season, important games in the playoffs?
Who?
Darwinson Hernandez.
Oh, Darwinson Hernandez. I thought you said Winston.
Oh, Darwinson.
You're going to have to sooner or later. Everyone's going to have to pay. You know how bullpens are. Sometimes they're overworked, and guys that normally don't have large roles have to pitch in and come up big and give you a couple innings.
No, you're right. The joke.
They have to suck it up and give it to you.
Yeah, the joke.
Alamora and Barnes, and Ottavino have done very well, but you need a few others to chip in.
Yeah, that's why I'd like to see Heim maybe shore up with another veteran reliever.
A lefty, please.
A guy who throws some strikes too. All right, go to the New England Patriots. Maybe you heard of them. Training camp next week. Rookies come today. It's nice that the rookies come. It's like college where the freshmen have their orientation and stuff. That's good for them to get to know where the bathroom is. Your expectations on how the quarterback situation ends up?
I don't have a clue. The coaches, I'll leave that to the coaches. They're going to watch them and their fellow players. A lot of times, it's the team that chooses the quarterback.
Yeah. Biggest.
The coach puts an ear to the ground and listens to who the team is listening to.
Yeah, I'm not changed, Joe. I think Cam Newton's going to be the starting quarterback.
Oh, me too. Yeah, I'm almost guaranteed. The veterans still run that team for the veterans are going to be the ones that are going to be on Cam's side. They're not gonna go for the rookie right away.
And Matt Light, I saw, and he made a statement that he believed that once Bill picks a quarterback, then he's going to stay with him. I don't agree with that. I think he has a short leash.
He's made two very high-profile changes in his career. Getting rid of Bernie Kosar is still a god in Cleveland, and he benched him.
Yeah.
And didn't even had no qualms about it, and basically got himself fired for it. And he stuck with Brady when Bledsoe was out, came back, was healthy, and he still stuck with Brady when Brady got hurt. Remember in the Pittsburgh game, Bledsoe led him to the win, get him in the Super Bowl, won, but he went right back to Brady. So he's made two very high-profile, hugely unpopular, quarterback.
Well, I think Bentley is going to be the surprise cut. And of course, maybe because I want Bentley to be the surprise cut. I think he's the, and would that be a surprise or would that be a non-story?
Bentley has looked terrible. But remember, Hightower looked just as bad his first couple of years. I can remember a half dozen times Hightower with his back to the play, not knowing what the hell was going on, just like Bentley looked this year.
Oh, yes. What blasphemy, Joe? What are you doing comparing Bentley to Hightower? What did you put in your coffee?
It's a tough position to learn. Let you know, let you know, let let's see how it plays out.
Oh
And
my
you
God,
have
you
at the worst, they need a backup.
Joe.
I'm hoping Hightower's shoulder that had been a chronic problem, but maybe with 2 years off, that's he's healthy again. He could have
I
himself a good season.
it just feels like a training camp retirement to me. It screams of Dante Hightower.
I agree with you, but I'm hoping that shoulder feels a lot better after not playing when he opted out last year. That his shoulder is much better.
We need to do the Rob Gronkowski put him on ice for 8 games pup list. That's what it feels like. I don't need to see Dante Hightower play the first 8 games. I want to see him play the second 8 games.
Yes, I agree.
You know,
Yeah, it's one thing be the boogeyman, but
yeah, right. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. Josh McDaniels or Matt Patricia or Steven Belichick. Who's going to be the next coach of the Patriots? If you had to pick one of those three,
if I had to pick, I might go with Matt Patricia.
despite
But
his personal skills.
but uh, if Bill has his brothers, I'm sure. So a promise must have been made to Josh somewhere along the line, but nepotism always rears its ugly head, and he become we have a Shanahan, in waiting. Uh, Football is just loaded. I'd say half the head coaches in football, their father were head coaches in the league 30 years ago.
Yeah, look at Sean McAvey.
Oh yeah, there's a dozen of them.
Yeah, I think the answer is Josh McDaniels too. I think that it wasn't Bill who made that deal. I think it was Bob Kraft who promised him to be the next
Yeah.
coach. And now Bill's come around. But if Bill had his choice, there's no question. Of course, he's going to have his son. I mean,
Oh
that's not even close. All right, go to the Boston Celtics. I know, Joe. You've how many times have you gone to the movie theater to watch Space Jams?
yeah, 0.
Oh my! I heard that it is worse than horrific.
I didn't like the first one.
Yeah, me either.
I slept through the whole thing with the kids, and so the second one is supposed to be really bad. But hey, it's a kids movie. Let the kids go to it.
LeBron is like the way he deals with the referees and Adam Silver in the world. He just has everybody by the balls, doesn't he?
Yeah. Just drop the kids off at the movie theater, pick them up an hour and a half later.
Yeah,
Simple as that, and you don't have to go.
yeah, right.
Give them $20 each for a popcorn and a drink, and you're all set.
I know exactly. Bucks versus Suns. Bucks could win it tonight. I like Giannis. I mean, to be honest with you, I never felt like
He's a humble, down to earth guy, that does such nice things. He's such a nice person.
he is a nice. Yeah, I mean, I think he may be a little too nice as far as the way he plays. He could have a little more.
Yes, I agree.
That was a remarkable play. Holiday stealing the ball and then having the balls to, instead of just getting fouled, alley-ooping to Giannis. That was exciting basketball.
I bet you every coach in the world was screaming, no.
Oh, right.
When he threw that up, I just saying no.
But that's what the great teams in the Celtics are always like that. You push it. You don't get out of your offense ever. You had an opportunity to seal the game, and that's what he did. And that was a remarkable play. It's been an exciting series.
Well, the Suns had the opportunity to seal the game twice in a row, both times. Once the ball was in Devin Booker's hands, and once it was in Chris Paul's hands, and they both screwed up late. They had the ball with the opportunity to win in both games. And both times the defensive play was necessary to take it away from them. And they just screwed up.
Well, don't you think Brad Stevens is watching this and saying, hey, getting a guy like Holiday and a third piece to our team puts you over the top. We need to get a guy.
Well, Danny couldn't pull the trigger on the Holiday deal.
Yeah.
Didn't want to include the draft pick.
Oh my God. I don't want to know any more about what Danny turned down. That would sicken us to such a huge level. Can you imagine if we actually found out all these deals that he turned down over the course of the years because he's in love with second round picks?
I know. Yeah, trade assets. Well, you got to use them sooner or later, or they expire. They're no good.
Yeah, he just wanted.
You have to eat them. And you have a year like that year. What did they have to draft 6 players?
Yeah, and he did it.
Had to eat them.
And he wanted always to be the smartest.
These guys are playing. Maybe Shemmy's the last one still.
But Joe, he always wanted to be the smartest guy in the room. So he always wanted to be the guy that, look at the guy I picked out in the second round. He's a contributor, ha. And it worked for a while because when you have KG, Allen, and Pierce, you can get away with a lot.
Yeah.
But it caught up to him. He was able to draft, Brown and Tatum. And now understand, wasn't that brilliant. The whole trading down for Tatum could have been a disaster because, Sixers could have taken Tatum or the Lakers could have.
And Tatum is never going to be the leader that KG was.
Well, no.
Ever.
Joe, KG is 1 in a million. I mean,
he was willing to mix it up and do it for the team. Tatum's me first, my stats come first, then the team.
There's no other KG. KG's remarkable. Watching KG play for the Boston Celtics, and I had season tickets at the time, was one of the most enjoyable times I had in sports, live sports action. KG's the best. No first round pick. I don't even want to see the second round pick. There really isn't a Celtics draft.
45th picking, 45, like a cold 45. That's about all it's worth. One round, 120 ounce cold 45.
Yeah, they'll just probably get a foreign guy and stash him.
Yeah, and it'll turn out like the kid coming out of the Israeli league.
So lots of talk about, what is it, Madur, is that his name? Mader?
Neither, yeah.
Lots of talk about this kid. Look, point guards,
Well, and
get him any from anywhere.
how many Jewish kids are coming, in the NBA? That's like Jeremy Lin, It's a point of community pride if he could make it.
Oh my God, that'd be incredible, right? And they could
Not
use
gonna
him.
make it though.
I don't know. We'll see. He looks like a Pritchard type.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you split the game with Pritchard and this kid, if you could play, maybe pass first kind of guy.
Oh, I hope so, because we don't have many of them. Uh, Tremont Waters is going to take his talent elsewhere.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking to get a larger role somewhere else.
You got to be in what, the YMCA?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake!
He might be in the Chinese league or something, or the Israeli league.
Yeah, he can go wherever N'Keal Harry is. We can send Trey Waters. No one will ever believe he can live another 80 years that he ever played for the Boston Celtics.
We'll package up him, Jabari Parker, Chevy Ojale,
Carson Edwards, Taco Fall, Luke Cornett. We'll bring Wagner back. There's so much trash on that team. It's embarrassing. And people
but
can't.
They all play for the minimum wage. Grant Williams.
Oh.
They're all playing for the minimum. That way, when Wick doesn't complain, he's paying those top three so much.
Well, you can bet Udoka. He doesn't have any loyalty to any of these guys. They're going to be out in the street if they even make training camp.
I couldn't do Tremont Waters. He wants a larger role somewhere.
Oh, God, that's just ridiculous.
Well, maybe grow a little larger. Grow 6 more inches, and you will get a larger role.
Oh my God, he was, I think, the MVP of the G League. It just shows you how many shitty players there are. Bruins expansion draft. I saw the list. It really doesn't matter if we lose any of those guys. In fact, you could push the whole list on a boat to Nowheresville, and I could care less.
I don't want to lose it. I don't want to lose the defenseman. Don't want to Luke Lozon blowing the playoffs for them when Coyle backed into his pass and giving the game to the Islanders in overtime.
Yeah.
I would hate to lose him. He's a left. They need help on the left side. They don't have any depth of defense anyways, and especially on the left side. Now Miller has resigned. He's retired. Not that he ever played, but still, you're very thin there. You're going to have to give up someone like Connor Clifton or
so I guess one player from each team you lose, right?
I believe so. And maybe they'll jump for Richie. I can't. He's a big guy. He's not making an outrageous amount of money. And, maybe they would. But that's why they would run Luzon, because he's the bigger defenseman, too.
Yeah, I'm gonna bet they take Luzon because you want to get a young defensive core because those guys can last a long time.
Well, Connor Clifton's a young defenseman, and he's a little more polished, but he's smaller, and he's at his ceiling, I think. Whereas Luzon's got a ways to grow. And so...
I think the draft is tonight, right?
It might be. I think it's tomorrow night. And so we'll know.
And then after the draft, hopefully they sign Taylor Hall.
Yeah. Well, I guess they don't want to give him a lot of years. They want to keep the term down, and Hall wants the term to be longer. And that's the sticking point there.
So what are the rumors? I'm not hearing anything. Are the rumors he's gone or he's going to stay?
No, they were negotiations. They kind of got the money hammered out.
Yeah.
but he wants longer term. And I'm not so sure. He might, he was signing the contract here. I don't know if I want to give him a lot of years.
What are they going to give him 4 years?
That's what I say. But he's, no. He won't sign for that.
Well, we'll see. I don't know how many people are giving Taylor Hall more than 4 years. you know,
Exactly, you're right, because he needs a shorter leash, I think.
yeah, he
But
needs some.
his agent wants him to have a nice long rope.
I'm sure he
That's
does.
guaranteed money.
Yeah. Well, look.
That's a hard cap with guaranteed money. So
Yeah, look. It's probably his last contract. So yeah, I completely understand that. But that kind of individual talent the Bruins need, and so that's why I think it's important for them to sign him. And he looks like he enjoys it here.
yeah, he had a blast playing in the playoffs for like the first time in his career, and he was all over this. He was playing from end to end of the rink.
Yeah.
You couldn't doubt his effort. He was the best on that line. It just sometimes doesn't work out.
I just want the Seattle Kraken set to get to take 10 Tampa Bay Lightning players. We got to break that. We got to break that team up.
Well, the money's going to break that team up anyways, too.
Well, good. They're right now. They could win another 2 or 3 more in a row.
Well, they were cheating their asses off on that. That hiding Kucherov all year. They were $6 million over the cap.
Well, I what I think of Alex Cora and this scumbag stuff. See, I don't mind that cheating. If you're cheating with the contracts, because none of us can figure that stuff out anyway. But as long as not.
By the way, did you hear Cora the other day talking with Chris Russo? Some of that little interview. Well, he was asking him about, checking the pictures, asking the umpires checking for the spider tag. And he said, well, as you know, I was caught cheating 2 years ago. He said, I would feel very awkward going out and asking the umpires to check on someone. If everyone on the team says I should do it, I will. But I tell you, I'll feel personally very awkward.
Oh my God, the
I've
guy's
already been there.
compromised. He's compromised. It's ridiculous. He's a scumbag, though. He's doing a good job as a manager. I'll give him that. But he is a scumbag, and he has been compromised. That's bullshit. I
was talking to a friend the other day I hadn't seen in a while. He'd been out hurt. The guy, this sexton at St. Paul's Church there in Brookline. And I go, geez, what do you think of the Sox? He says, I'm boycotting him this year. He has watched every ball game since like the 1959. He says, that scumbag Cora, I will never forgive him.
yeah. Oh, there you go. I like St. Mary's. That's where we go. All right, well, that's our show, and I love the story, Joe. Want to thank Corbin, of course. Want to thank Uncle Joe. Please check us out on our website at thegrandstanders.com and tune in again next Wednesday night at 6:30 for another edition of Grandstanders Live. I'm your host, Scott Kerman. Have a great and happy night.